How's it going, everyone? Just wanted to make a video here showing you my Basstender 11.3. This is a plastic John boat, bass boat, tiny boat. It's a 30-year-old boat that I found on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm real glad I picked it up. It was really well taken care of, and as per requested on some of the Facebook groups, just wanted to make a video walking you through some of the things I've done since I've had it. I picked it up in the fall of 2024, and since then I've been able to just tinker with it and do some things that I felt was going to fit my my ideas and my needs as a fisherman. And so the latest thing I was able to do, the latest mod I was able to do was I added this 45-pound thrust Minn Kota Edge onto the bow of the boat here. I installed it onto a quick release. Before, I actually had a 55-pound Minn Kota Endura Max on the front transom. The problem that I was running into was the knobs that actually held the trolling motor onto the transom here actually kept me from being able to access and utilize this compartment and the storage lid. And unless I actually took the whole trolling motor off, I wasn't able to utilize this. The boat was already limited in storage as it was, and I didn't want to have to add more aluminum framing and more storage, and so wanted to maximize everything I had. So I knew I wanted something different. When I heard about the Autoboat Smarthead and how it was actually compatible with the Minn Kota Edge, I managed to put that on pre-order, and then found a Minn Kota Edge hand tiller on Marketplace for $100. I think it was like $110. So I picked it up and really happy with the setup. I haven't been able to actually take it out into the water to really play with it, but installed it. Everything works as it should, and I know that it's going to fit my fishing style and my fishing needs. And so really cool setup. Can't wait to put it to use. All the nav and anchor mode and or the spot lock, and be able to use the remote and on my phone. Much more convenient than having to use my hand on the tiller. And so we'll see how that goes. Let me just talk about this. I decked the whole boat out with EVA foam. This is just a Amazon alternative to HydroTurf. If I could do it again, I would go the more quality route. I hear that the durability of the HydroTurf is far superior, but this is a 30-year-old boat again. I had this EVA foam actually on my previous boat, and I had that for 5 years, and it had it lasted. It gave me no problems. It's still on the boat. Even the seller still uses it and not giving him any issues. And so since I've installed these, I've actually had no issues with it lifting. Whenever I did first install, some of the tabs here were liftings, but just some spray adhesive kept it down. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Just being able to cut strips and put it on the ridges here, I think it's going to allow water to continue to travel down to the back of the boat, and then I can pump it out, clean it out at the end of the day. If ever I do take on water here, makes it a lot easier to clean, and I also feel like still very comfortable, even barefooted, and saved me a lot of material cost as well. Let me know what you guys think. I really like how it came out. Moving on, I just wanted to show you guys, I have here a rod buckle. I installed this right after I installed the EVA foam, and have it for the port and the stern of the boat. Wanted to have something to secure my rods while I'm out fishing and just traveling down the water. And it's been really I like how it turned out. I like the flush mount kit. In order to install this, actually I had to cut a hole into the back to the interior wall of this compartment, and then I closed it off with a circular hatch similar to that one. And the reason why I did that was not only to be able to install and access this area, but I wanted to make sure I can wire everything into the inside of the boat here, from my fish finder to all the lightings and accessories. I didn't want any wires running on the outside of the boat. I wanted it to be as clean and seamless as possible, and so I had to cut into the boat. But I figured, it's a 30-year-old boat. and I picked it up. This boat actually, the owner passed away and the son inherited it. It came with a trailer, titles for both. He also was selling the motor. It was a late 90s or late 80s, early 90s motor, Evan Rood 2-stroke that I did not want, and so got this boat for $100 with the trailer, $800 total for both, and it's a sweet setup. I ended up selling that trailer and got a jet ski trailer on Marketplace as well, but happy with the purchase. I'm really glad I picked it up. I like that there was already a deck built in. I didn't have to make another deck. The dream is eventually one day to be able to build my own dream John boat, aluminum boat, or fiberglass, whatever it is. And this is gonna do for now. It saves me from having to do that, and yet gives me a boat that's fishable and usable and practical. Let me show you the inside of this compartment. Here's my battery compartment, and I know this is not how you're supposed to wire things, but you know, the factory wire was kind of here already, and so this is just temporary for now. But eventually I'll probably put a bus bar and, you know, a ground box and everything, you know, some breakers maybe along this side of the boat here, but for now this works. It's not giving me any issues whatsoever. Every accessory, every lighting, everything, even including the fish finder, has its own fuse. It's being ran on my 100 amp hour lithium battery. It's a 12-volt Litime battery. It runs my trolling motor, my Garmin fish finder, and some of the electronics. And then I have a size 24 battery that the owner of the boat actually gave to me. He just didn't have any need for it, and so he gave me that size 24 battery. I use it to crank the motor, the outboard motor, and to run some of the other electronics as well. And it's been doing really well for me. No issues whatsoever. Just to maintenance the batteries, I have a Noco Genius 10. Makes it really easy to plug in and to get it, you know, trickle charged for when I'm off the water. Let me show you the switch panel. Here it's also the original switch panel. Everything actually works. Some of it's faded, but nav lights, they work. Stern light works. Aerator, bilge pump works. I did replace the bilge pump and the aerator just to ensure that I wasn't going to have any issues with it, so I upgraded those. But also upgraded the nav lights to LEDs. I was planning to just utilize, and I did utilize the originals for a while, but in order to be able to fit the Minn Kota Edge on here, I had to relocate it, as they were located in the center part of the boat here. I did like it there again, but I was considering adding some LED strips to use as nav lights. I've seen those before on John boats, and instead I decided to go with these. And I like the OEM style. I know that the other Basstenders, they also had it in this location, and so I decided to go with that route. Happy that I did do that. I like how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think. Let me show you the other switch panel I have. I installed it for my other accessory lighting and my speakers. This is to power up my lighting for when I'm out early or late at night. I don't do a ton of night fishing, but just in case my kids go out with me or I'm out later, I don't want to have to step on rods or lures or anything, right? Be able to navigate my way around the boat. This is for my stereo. It's a Bluetooth stereo over there, picked up on Amazon. And then this powers up the LEDs of the stereo, as well as the LED strips that I installed inside these compartments. Have another one in the back down here, just in case I need some lights at night. I can access it as well. And then not only that, but it also turns on the lights on the outside of the boat. I have a remote that also turns this on and off, but changes the colors and everything. You know, if I could do it again, I'd probably go with, again, Tiny Boat Nation's flashlight brand, but those were maybe 3 or 4 times the cost. This is just Amazon, you know, budget build. And it does look really nice, especially at night. During the day, you know, not too bright, but at night it does give it a pop. And then I have a USB-C and a USB-A charging ports here, as well as, you know, for my needs if I ever need to charge my phone or whatnot. Here I have a vertical rod storage from Rail Blaza accessory compartments for my my fish grips and fishing pliers. My phone, whenever I'm out, I put it in there. Loose items, keys. Whenever I'm retying lures or line, leaders, I can just stick my rods in the vertical storage right there. And makes it easy, convenient. So I like how that turned out. I also added some accessory rails. Originally had the yak attack here just for my fishing rod holders for whenever I troll for stripers and walleyes and crappies and bass and whatnot, but I knew I wanted something to be able to give my kids or my wife or my passengers to be able to hold on to whenever we're traveling down the water. And so I actually installed the Ram hand track. This gives me the ability to still use my fishing rod holders to troll, but also gives my passengers something to be able to hold on to and feel secure as we're traveling down the water on the outboard. So I can always extend it. I'm thinking maybe I'll extend it past over here, but that'll do for now. I also have some more accessory rails back here for my fishing rod holders for trolling. Let me show you my fishing crate. This is the Flambeau fishing crate. I actually found this on Amazon. It might have been, I believe, it's Tackle Warehouse. They were having a sale, so I picked this up. I put my foldable Yak Attack landing net in there and the rod holders. But this was actually on sale for more than half off and picked it up. Again, I'm a tackle junkie. I want to make sure that I have as much stuff as I need. When I'm out on the water, don't want to be left with anything I know that I do have. And so it's more places for tackle and more storage. The boat again is pretty limited on storage, and so I also use my livewell as dry storage. I don't do a lot of competitive fishing, don't keep a ton of fish, and so livewell does work, aerated works and everything, but it's where I just store my life jackets, more tackle, just dry storage for now. And whenever I do need to use it, I can always access it as well. I have a tackle webs bag for more tools and accessories and fishing items there. This is the original rod holders that came with the boat. It's holding up really well, holds 2 rods there. Moving to the back of the boat, let me just show you this. This is actually a transom saver that I actually, or stern saver, I forget which one it's called, but it keeps me from having to drill into the boat. Originally, I was gonna install the transducer right here. It seemed like the way that it was grooved out, it was made for maybe electronics or transducers to be able to be mounted here. The problem was the original trailer that I bought the boat with, that the bunks actually extended past out this way. I didn't realize how low the transducer had to sit, and so couldn't mount the transducer here. Ended up putting another stern saver, transom saver here in order to be able to mount my transducer. It is kind of close to the outboard motor, and so if it so far I haven't really noticed any interference, but if it starts causing interference when I'm out and the fish finder's not working as it should, then I'll either move it over here or to the other side as well. I also have while I'm here, some boat buckles, just a 1-inch. It's really easy to be able to take the boat on and off, and secures it. It's just the 1 inch is more than enough for a light plastic John boat. Let me show you the outboard motor that I have going. This is a 9.9 Mercury 4-stroke. I believe it's 2017. I picked it up off Facebook Marketplace as well. It's both pull start and electric start. When I first picked it up, it was having a hard time starting. So I just knew, checked the compression. I knew that it was probably just in need of some carburetor cleaning. And so I got it for a really good price, under $1,000. I did upgrade the carburetor from a 9.9 to a 15 horsepower carburetor. And then I also ended up adding a new prop. It's the 8.9 by 9.5 prop, just for, better top end. And with me alone, fully loaded, the boat's pretty heavy actually, fully loaded, but maybe not that heavy, but it pushes me maybe 22, 23 miles per hour top speed. So it's more than enough for me. Would be, I think, any faster and I'd be pretty scared with it being a 30-year-old plastic boat, but it does really well. I also added a tachometer, an hour meter, just to be able to keep track of the maintenance of the boat. And the boat, first pull, the push of the electric start, and it starts right up. It gives me no issues whatsoever. And so I do have a hydrofoil considering adding. I don't know if I even need it, and so I don't think I'll add it unless I really need it. Just some emblems, as this is what I call the Razor Crest, right? Moving over here, let me show you the seat. This is an upgraded seat I purchased from Walmart.com or Amazon, I don't remember. Originally, I wanted to get the Millennium seats. Those are super nice. The problem was the Millennium seats are very big, and I'm not a very big person. I'd wanted something that was more streamlined, you know, low profile, just enough cushion and comfort to be able to work the outboard motor. But whenever it's just me, I just take the front one off, and I do have two of these, and then I just move the seat back and forth if I want to fish while sitting up here. Typically I just stay in and fish anyways, but you know, this is the seat. I like it. It matches the aesthetics. I added some line cutters, added a little tackle, you know, accessory tray to the seat post here. Again, upgraded and changed the aerator, the bilge pump over there. Let me show you what I got going on over here. This is the rod buckle or boat buckle rod holders. Holds plenty of rods. I believe it's like more than 7 or 8. I ended up cutting some of it off. Just didn't want to extend it past this. Picked this thing up from Academy, and I'm pretty particular with which rod storage I was going to use, and this matches the original, and so figured I'd go with this, and holds the rods pretty securely. Really happy with how it turned out. I also just stick my little stern light to the rod holder right here. Let me show you the measuring board I have. This is a working class 0 measuring board. I actually had this for a while now, so I created a little holder. Got these mounts that was actually made for the catch board for, I forgot what it was called, but used it, installed it here. Holds the board securely as if it's supposed to go there. So I like how that turned out. Working class 0 measuring board. Moving along, again, this is a rod holder. Let me show you the inside of this compartment over here. This is where my fuel tank goes. It's a 3-gallon fuel tank. It's a Quicksilver, and I run the fuel line under the board to the motor over there. This is also the hatch that I actually cut to be able to access the styrofoam, just to check it, install the rod holders, rod buckles, and then wire all the accessories. So it's a really simple mod that I'm glad I did. Moving on, I got a little fishing magnet. This is actually, I forgot what it was called, but it's got some fish scales on it. Holds these lures on pretty well. A little jig holder. Both of these are, you know, just double-sided adhesive, and don't have to drill anything there, but you know, it gives me the ability to just quickly change out lures. I do a lot more finesse BFS fishing, and so, you know, just small jigs that I utilize mostly anyways. I have a little, you know, cup holder, trash can for my line, and for just garbage whenever I'm out on the boat. This is removable whenever I want to use it as a cup holder. I take it off. Moving on, I have a 93 SV Garmin fish finder, and I have it wired in, mounted onto a Yak Attack accessory rail onto a ram ball mount, and then I have it ran onto the inside of the boat, down to the battery tray and transducer to the back over there. And so again, I want to be able to keep it as clean and streamlined as possible, and that's pretty much it. You know, EVA foam, and this is what I call the Razor Crest right here, right? So let me just show you some of the things I've did to the trailer. This is a easy loader jet ski trailer I picked up. The owner was actually looking to get rid of this. He was looking to pick up a dual jet ski trailer. So I bought this off a guy on Facebook Marketplace. Added some anti-skid stickers here. It didn't come with any spare tires, but found two of these actually on Facebook Marketplace. It came in, an owner upgraded his jet ski. So sold these and got both of them for 50 bucks. Just picked up a cheap Amazon trailer mount, and then mounted the spare tire there. Got some more anti-skid tape over there just for when I'm loading and unloading the trailer, the boat off the trailer. Some more anti-skid stuff there. Picked this up from Academy. Originally, I think these were like $130, but on Academy, my local Academy was selling it for $50, and so picked it up, added it on. Makes it really easy to load and unload the boat. That's the Basstender. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have any other questions for me, any thoughts, suggestion. I was hoping that I could, make it pop and I can really maximize the efficiency of the boat without having to add too much to it. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless.